Hey guys, what's going on? We are live from Mindset Monday, and today I want to talk to you guys about kind of fostering and how to foster momentum, and a lot of it has to do with what your daily habits are, right? And if you're disciplined in your habits and you're doing them consistently and every single day, you're going to propel yourself forward. Like one of those things that I'll tell you is that's really where the power of 75 hard comes in. Not just the mental discipline, but the habits that it creates. So like right now, I'm on day 30 and it's actually day 65 because I failed at day 35 or and then I started right back up again. And so I'll tell you, like some of the habits, like working out twice a day, drinking a gallon of water, sticking to a diet, reading, okay, like 10 pages of reading a day, all this stuff adds up to give you a lot of different, a lot of good momentum and honestly powerful habits. The other habit I do is I pray every day, right? And that gives me peace. And doing these things, I feel more in control. I'm controlling the controllables. And that allows me to really focus and lock in on what matters, uh, building what I want to build, creating what I want to create, being the best dad I can be, being a great leader for the companies that I operate, right? And I can't do that without the consistency of those habits. And if I miss any of those things, I feel like I'm letting myself down, and I feel that it's a lot harder to operate. I'm not in the same mood, right? And so that has been a game changer for me personally. Dave, what do you got on that?
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And way to be accountable also to yourself to just jump right back in at 75 hard and you'll pretty much have almost 100 days in by the time you're done. A lot of people just they quit on themselves after that. It's the idea is it's still a win, but the idea with that is even after you're done is to keep the momentum going. Like I just finished day 75 on Saturday. But you want to
Congrats.
talk. Yeah, thank you, man. But it's also I don't feel the same as I did 4 years ago, right? Like when you started, it's a celebratory win. It's like, okay, it's done. Now it's just keep the habits going, keep the momentum shift going.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mondays, right? Like so recently, Mondays, especially when it gets cold out, and I love doing this to start my week instead of going to the gym early, like I do. I actually go for a morning ruck, or I hit the trail in the morning. It's pitch black out. There's not a soul on the road. I might have to worry about some deer maybe coming out after me, but but that's about it. You know what I mean? And that's kind of changed the pace. I didn't feel like doing it today, but I did anyway. It's I woke up, it's like, all right, I'm not doing 75 hard, but you know what? Like this is still how I start my week. Get your ass up, get out here, go beat the sun, and continue to do your things, man. But I mean, that's when you're creating habits, it's always my thing is this. It has to touch on the four pillars. It has to touch on the mental, three, which equal the four. So it has to be the mental, the physical, and then the spiritual, which will eventually lead to the financial. It will lead to the financial regardless. And when you hit those three things, especially for me, starting first thing out in the morning, it sets the tone for the day. You're beating your body down so your mind can kind of rest at ease. And then you just flow through that day. That's been very big for me. That's why, like, I barely talked about 75 hard at all this time. It's not, to me, it's not like a celebratory win anymore. It's just something that has to get done. It's a
Yeah.
habit. It's part of my life. I was having this conversation too, and it's not even a big deal with that. It's been not even celebrating a win with that, but I've been almost completely 2 years alcohol free now. Right? Why? It's a
Mhm.
habit. I didn't stop because I needed to, right? I just decided that I wanted to. I wanted to be at a higher level. It's
Yeah.
something that works for me, right? I'm not telling everybody, hey, man, go quit alcohol and your life's going to change. Like, that's not for everybody, but it's something that worked for me. Um, these other things that I think if you're building habits to move forward, I think drawing a list, you got to have a plan of action. You got to have critical tasks that you do every day, right? So obviously the morning stuff, whether that's the gym or the ruck, spiritual time, prayer time, right? Very big for me. And then we talk about calendar. We're not going to get in detail on that, but what am I doing from 9 to 5, 9 to 6, 9 to 7, day in and day out? And then what am I doing beyond that and planning the next day? So those lists are very important.
Yeah.
You know, I
I
think,
mean,
yeah, go ahead, bro.
I'll tell you this, like I'm middle of this, and I started it knowing that I'm not going to stay on it in Aruba, so I'm not going to finish, right? But I did that because the habits are so powerful to me,
Yeah.
right? And I feel better when I'm doing this. Like going to be 40, okay, this year, and
Well,
I am in the best shape of my life by far. It's not even close. I feel better. I have the energy now. My body hurts more, that's for sure. Okay. But I do feel way, way, way better. All right. And so I always kick off January 1 all the way through, um, however long it takes to get 75 days in, and then do phase one. And I'm going to do that again next year. But I like being on it because one of the things, like no drinking. Okay. When I don't drink, I feel much better. And it's something that, like, the more you dig in, the more you read, like, it's not something you necessarily need to do it. It robs a lot of stuff. It makes you more anxious, you know, and my body does not tolerate it at all like it used to, and I actually wish I could go back, or I don't want to say that. I want to imagine what it would be like going back and how much more I would have got accomplished if I wasn't partying, let's say Thursday, Friday, Saturday. You know what I mean? Over and over and over again when I was early in my career. What type of shape would I have been in? And just because, like, it was a much more common thing when we were growing up, I feel like, and that was what everyone did. And, but those habits, like, and here's the thing, guys, we're not telling you to go out and do all these habits all at once. Okay. That would be crazy. I want you to pick these things up one by one. So maybe your first habit is waking up and getting a quick workout in, a 30-minute workout in, even if it's just walking or running around the block, right? That's step one. Now, what's the next thing you could do? Well, start reading at night. I got to tell you, a lot of the growth I can attribute to myself as a person is in reading the Bible, and then as an entrepreneur in reading a lot of entrepreneurial books at night, and it gets my ideas flowing and going, and it gives me things to bring back to my team and add to our processes, right? And then it gives me things to share with them. Like, if I read a really great book on how to accomplish something, I make sure I get everybody in my office a copy of it, right? And that, there's a lot of power in doing that, right? So think about what is one or two habits you could add now. And then once they become habits, once you've been doing them for about 30 days, right? Go pick up another good habit. I realize that I like a lot of my success is because I am obsessive about things. And you could be obsessive about bad things, right? Or you could be obsessive about really good and positive things. And once I switched that focus, right, I was able to achieve a lot more and do a lot more. And it doesn't happen overnight, but it will feel like it happens overnight once you put these things into place. Anything? What else you got, Dave?
I mean, 75 hard alone, when you really think about it, it's its own set of critical tasks, and you touched on the 10 pages. One of the habits that I think that I need to get better at, because it's not necessarily a corner that I cut afterwards. It's kind of to maximize time. I think for me, and moving forward, I'm excited. I actually got like 6 books coming in today. To actually continue to read.
Coloring or pop-up?
No, stickers.
Okay.
But no, something for me and my kids, or my daughter at least. But no, but anyway, I used to just go back to audiobooks right afterwards. Yeah. I kind of dive in, which is good. You're driving. Listen, there's nothing wrong with audiobooks, but I think just for me, and seeing how reading something more than once, like Relentless, I've read 3 times. I always gain a different perspective from it. Reading it again, multiple, or even the first time, as opposed to listening to the audiobook. I've tried to listen to the audiobook of Relentless and Winning, and I can't do it. It doesn't feed me the same.
No.
So
I'm with you there.
Yeah, I think now something cool that somebody gave me a suggestion is read with the audiobook, read the actual book and listen to the audio. That's a lot, right? Like, I'll give it to you. It's a lot. You might be like, what are you saying here, man? But
No, I'm noise sensitive. Like I can't if one of my pet peeves is people chew with their mouth open. It makes me want to punch you in the throat. So
dude.
yeah. So I cannot handle a lot of noise, especially when I'm trying to concentrate.
Yeah.
That's just me though.
My wife's like that, dude. She'll chop you right in the throat if she hears you like smacking like a cow. That's too funny, man. But no, so me moving forward is, I got to stick to that 10 pages of the book. Audiobooks, yeah, that's fine, great podcast, but I really think just in getting more value moving ahead, reading the 10 pages as opposed to listening to an audiobook is a definite habit moving forward that I need to get in. At least to listen to the audios, most people just stop reading in general, so
100%.
Yeah, so I'm with you on that, man. And I think the biggest thing, guys, is it's what's your identity on the back end of this? Who do you need to become? And I think sometimes we forget that. It's I'm just here I am moving forward. It's no, hey, I'm already going to accomplish the 75 hard. I'm already a badass. Hey, I'm already successful, right? Hey, I'm already a leader.
No, it's well, let me expand on that a little bit, right? So if you want to be the guy that's running a 50-man company that's bringing in, let's say 25 million a year, okay? Put yourself in that guy's position, even though you're not there yet. What are his habits going to be? What time in the morning is he going to wake up? What's he going to do after he wakes up? Okay, what books is he going to read? How is he going to speak with people? All right, that's more about becoming who you want to become. Right, you have to visualize how that guy would operate and think about how you're operating now. Right. And we should actually do this whole thing next Monday because that's a whole nother segment. And that's solid. But that's the reality. And I'll touch on that more next Monday because I've actually gone through this myself several times and I'm actually going through it right now. And that I'm learning and doing it at the same time. So it's kind of raw and fresh and very, very helpful. So guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. All right. Share this with someone that needs to hear this. And if we could do anything for you guys, just reach out. If you have questions, reach out. Appreciate you guys and tune in for Financial Fitness Friday. Take care.
Be great, y'all.